More than half of the world's population lives in cities, and not all of them look familiar to us. Today I will show you one such city that is hard to believe exists. Our journey will be to the edge of the Atlantic Ocean. There used to be a tiny fishing village near Lagos, but now it is part of Lagos, though it is actually a whole separate town built on mounds of pressed garbage. The houses stand on stilts right above the water. One of the most unusual places in the world's largest slums built on water. This is not Venice. The picture is like a post-apocalyptic. No one knows exactly how many residents. Some say hundreds of thousands, others believe that much more. The official census put the number at 250, but many believe that these numbers were underestimated to hide the extent of the problem. People encountering this place for the first time can't help but wonder how the people here manage to survive. There is no place to grow crops or vegetables or fruit for food, no trees, no place to gather brushwood, and life is really very hard. These people survive in almost unsuitable conditions. The birth rate here is very high. One man can have 3 or 4 wives. He has 5 or 7 children with each wife. The country is very rich in natural resources, but it is more profitable to sell these natural resources abroad, where they are paid more than the local poor population. Wealth is hardly shared with the local people here. This is how Lagos, the capital of Nigeria, came into being. It is one of the fastest-growing megacities in the world, and in terms of the size of its slums, it also leads the world. These slums have their own name, Makoko, and are officially referred to by many as the Black Venice. The minimal number of teachers and police officers per capita makes the Nigerian slums an unenviable place. About the level of medical care is not even necessary to talk about. Add to this terrible unsanitary conditions, perhaps then you understand why there are very few elderly people. If you look closely, there are almost no elderly people in the country. The vast majority of people die at a relatively young age, many because of an immunodeficiency virus, others because of malaria, hepatitis, meningitis, typhoid, intestinal infections, and so on. All of this goes untreated and results in only 5% of the population living to the age of 60 in slums. There used to be a small fishing village that supplied all of Lagos with seafood, but now the water off the coast is heavily polluted and no longer suitable for fishing. But if you swim away from the city, you can catch some fish if you're really lucky. So fishing is the main occupation of the water slum dwellers. The rest sail to Lagos every day to earn money. There is a foul stench from the water, and a thick layer of filth gathers around the pilings of hundreds of illegal shacks. Statistics show that an average of 6 to 10 people live in each houseboat, where migrant workers from all over West Africa flock. Many of the residents here did not even own, but only rent houses. The main means of transportation for the locals remain wooden boats. Every family here has them, and children come up with even more interesting means of transportation. It is also used for fishing and serves as outlets where women sell food, water, and household goods. There are even floating schools built out of plastic barrels, sometimes destroyed by storms. Children in some neighborhoods are left without new knowledge for several years, and some parents can afford to send their children to neighboring neighborhoods to other overcrowded, floating schools. The government does not provide free water to Makoko residents. The only way to get drinking water is to buy it from vendors who get it from wells. All the waste and sewage is released directly into the ocean, and then children splash in this water. Yet even in such a place, people are trying to have fun somehow. In houses where there is electricity, you can find LCD TVs and even a new generation of PlayStation 2 consoles, at least for them new. There are barbershops and even a small cafe. And also this slum has one big plus. It has quite low crime compared to the rest, and there are no utility bills because they simply do not exist, these services. Many times the Nigerian authorities tried to demolish these slums on the grounds that they posed an environmental threat, but in return the government did not offer the residents houses on land. So when the demolition began, the residents revolted, causing the authorities to back down. The terrible unemployment leads to the fact that even children here from an early age are taught to work hard. Almost a third of Nigerians are not literate. Only some lucky enough will to save money for a one-way ticket to Europe, where working at the lowest wage job they will earn many times more than at home. The bridge in the background makes the place even more spectacular, and the modern buildings in the distance create a truly surreal picture. Thank you for watching this video. If you found my video interesting and want to know more about my adventures, please like the WebTV channel and subscribe to it. You can also leave a comment and leave a review. See you, bye-bye.